Hello again, everyone. This is Etho, and we are on the Feed the Bee server again with a few of our buddies here. And I've gotten into the bee, the beekeeping thing quite a bit again. I don't know, it's just so interesting. It's one of the best parts of the mods, I gotta say, or I think it is. The more you learn, the more interesting it is. So I got a bunch of apiaries set up. They're making honeycombs. I'm trying to get cultivated bees again, these guys. I need a cultivated princess, and then I'll have the two. Need a princess and a drone. So if we're lucky, we might get one. Oh, nope. There we go. We got a cultivated princess. That's awesome. So we want those in particular. I just made this thing. It's awesome. Apiarists? That's not the word. How do you say it again? Apiarist? Maybe it is apiarist. Database. Made this tool. It's very cool. It tells us a lot of information about the bees, like their traits and all that, the different breeds. This is all the different species on the right here. Ooh. Gotta collect them all. Gotta collect them all. So I want to get all the different types of bees eventually on this server. And the main branches. Tells you what they produce, how frequent they produce it. Their base value anyway. You can increase it by breeding certain traits into the bees. The cultivated bees, though, you'll notice there's forest bees. They give you a honeycomb every 5.1 minutes. Meadows 5.1. Common bees it increases to 2.2, and then cultivated 57.2 seconds. So I've been looking through these bees, and it seems like cultivated bees give honeycombs the fastest out of anything. So uh, honeycombs aren't as useful as some of these other bees, like what they produce, but we do need them for our EthoCorp setup here. It tells us their other traits. So they're a fast producer. They have a short lifestyle. They're not very fertile. They only give 2 children. They can't stand the night. They can't stand darkness. They can't stand rain. You can breed them, though, to change that with other species. This tells us their climate and the actual biomes they can stay in. So we're in a forest right now. That's one of them that they can handle. This tells us the mutations, so how we can get cultivated. So I mixed a common with a forest, I believe. That has a 12% chance of giving us a cultivated drone, or princess, I think. And this is what you can get from the cultivated ones. I like this tool. It actually tells you percentages and stuff, because before I was just doing it by blind chance. And this is a lot more interesting when I can actually see percentages and stuff. So if I get a cultivated and a common bee, I can make a noble bee with a 10% chance, and from that you can get all the different bee species, I think. So pretty cool, but we want the cultivated for their honeycombs. Honeycombs give you honey drops. Just give it a second. Come on. There we go. Put it in a centrifuge. You get beeswax and honey drops. And you put honey drops in a squeezer, and we get liquid honey. And we really want liquid honey for EthoCorp because, where is it? Yeah, each of these gives us 0.1 buckets of honey. But for our biomass power setup, you can use water to make biomass. Like if you have 0.8 buckets of water, put in a sapling, you'll get 0.8 buckets of biomass out of that. But if you give it apple juice or honey, liquid honey, you get 1.2 buckets of biomass. So it's like a time and a half more. So with EthoCorp, to be efficient, we want to get a good honey system going on. So that's the plan for today. We're going to set up a home for our bees here. We're putting our main base in the jungle, but this is going to be a little side project, a nice small side project to begin EthoCorp anyway. And I think this is a cool idea. You know the shape of a honeycomb? I want to build a Honeycomb Labs in that shape. So in the center of the honeycomb, that's where I'm going to have my lab equipment, all the bee machinery and stuff. And then the 6 branches around the center is where I'm going to put my apiaries. And some of those I'm probably going to dedicate to production, like actually producing materials I want. And then other branches I'm going to use for research or for breeding new species of bees. And I think it's going to be a fun little setup. And then we got to pipe the stuff we get all the way back to home base. That's my plan here. Alright guys, I've been here planning the build structure for EthoCorp's Honeycomb Labs, and you know, I made this how do you make a hexagon in Minecraft? That's what I'm trying to figure out basically. And I made this just using my eyes. I lined it up by sight, and it looks pretty darn close to what we want. Let's get our honeycomb. It's pretty close to what we want, I would say. But I gotta go larger scale, and I don't know if I can line it up by sight once I go larger scale. So I wanted to figure out technically how to make it in Minecraft, and I did a little bit of graphing on paper, and I gotta figure it out, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna give you a quick little tutorial on what I have figured out. Let's say a straight line is a 0-degree angle. Alright, so just going straight. If we want to make a 15-degree angle in Minecraft, every 3 blocks we go 1 right. If we want to make a 30-degree angle in Minecraft, every 2nd block we go 1 right. It's a 30-degree. If we want to make a 45, at least I'm pretty sure I'm right on this, I hope so. 45 obviously is this. Alright, so with our hexagon, what do we want? Well, the internal angles of a hexagon are 120 degrees each. So that would be an angle like this we want. I think that's what we want. Something like that. And then straight lines for the top and bottom. I hope I figured that out right. That's what we're going to do. And each of those rooms, I think we're going to make 17 by 17 roughly in size. So the total lab building is going to be about a 50 by 50. And we're going to go 2 layers. The top layer is going to have our lab and the apiary areas. And below that we'll probably have storage, maybe piping, power generation, transportation, that kind of stuff below ground. Or we'll probably raise the building above ground, like on stilts, and then have that stuff below. I'm just going to double check I got this right, because it's a little different than I thought it was. I think it is right though. Oh yeah, check it out. Perfect hexagon in Minecraft. I am a geometric genius, I tell you. Beautiful. Couldn't have done better myself. Wait, what? Yeah, I messed up. I think I know how to fix it now. I looked online for a picture of a hexagon, and I just did some paint program examinification. I looked at a hexagon in a paint program, and I could check actual dimensions. So what I need to do, I'm going to make this line here 15 long. Right now it's 17 from there to there. I'm going to make it 15. This up and down part needs to be 1 3/4 longer than that line. So if it's 15, what would that be? 15 times 1.75, 26.25 blocks tall. That might not be good actually. I might have to shorten that actually, that line. But yeah, upwards and downwards, vertically. Vertically 1.75 longer than the main line, and then width-wise twice as long as the main line, so from that point to that point. So I know the actual ratios now, and I can probably make a perfect hexagon. I'm not sure if this line angle is going to change or not. I sort of don't think it does, because that looks like a 120 to me. This angle right there, the inward angle, looks like a 120. So I think I did that right. But yeah, I'm going to fix it. Give me a second. I'm using this type of wood. There's actually not a whole ton of new blocks in this mod pack. There's a few, like there's the marble, there's red cobblestone, bunch of new types of wood, the Twilight Forest blocks, but other than that, there's not a whole lot of other stuff. Mostly blocks that have a function to them, not really meant for building. So I'm gonna stick with this weird type of wood, I guess, because it looks pretty cool. Alright, one sec. Now that, my friends, that is how you do a hexagon in Minecraft. That turned out very well. Much more proportional. I'm gonna have fun with this. I have lots of ideas of things I want to add to it. So, yeah, these things all around it are where we're gonna have our bees. The middle's gonna be our lab, right where that big tree is. Apparently, this tree is something different. It's not the same kind of wood we have around here, so I'm wondering if I'm gonna get a different sapling from it. What kind of wood is this? Great wood. What? You can't make planks out of it? No way. What is this? There's actually a wood type you can't make a plank out of? Do I have any spare wax? I do, Bash. One second. Uh-huh. Well, unfortunately, it's right in the middle of my lab, so I'm gonna cut it down. Might not get a different type of sapling then. Not sure. Alright, so I'm gonna cut that down. I'm gonna put a floor in. I gotta put soil and all of these things and grass. And I'll check back with you guys then. Me and Badge are doing a trade here. You look sick, Badge. Oh, he's got good bees. Beeswax for bees. Oh, what's he got? Marble. Meadows. I wanted a meadows. Wintry. Awesome. That's going to help out Honeycomb Labs a lot, I'm sure. Oh, guys, look at that. Oh, I like it so much. I love this building. Such a cool shape, the honeycomb. And it's very efficient. So I got a little carried away here between my last recording and this one. I've been building the walls quite a bit. Figuring things out. It's mostly repeating patterns, so it's not too tough. Now, for these apiary rooms, I don't think I can actually have a ceiling on it, because if these apiaries get obstructed over top, I don't think most species will produce, so I'll probably keep it open to the air. I might want to have a 1 or 2 block inward thing over top, though, just to give it a little more shape. Now, these are glass panes here. I just did some stairs to change it up a bit. These are full glass blocks, and I like how it gets rid of the lines between the blocks. But I was messing around with the red power micro block thing for a bit here. I was planning on using that. Came across a couple problems with this particular build. First of all, this wood that I'm using, can't cut it up. I don't think you can cut up any of the special type of planks, or probably the logs either. You probably can't. Yeah. Can you cut up regular? Oh, you can't cut up regular ones. So that limits half the options, because half the build is that planks. And the other problem, when I cut up the glass, like I was going to do, cut up micro blocks for all this, it has these lines in it, so I figure it's better to keep the windows clear. So we'll just get rid of these and use panes. None of the micro block stuff this build, or at least not for these rooms. And it's really weird too, you can break them without it breaking the glass. So our main lab's going to be in the center here. Might change the look of that compared to these rooms. I got this teak wood. It's a little darker. Similar shade though. We might do that for the middle room. Could be cool. I got walls segregating each of these apiary rooms as well. I like the idea of having them kind of separate from each other but open, like just easy to walk through. So we got that for the straight ones, and I was messing around with this for the diagonal walls. They're a little more tricky. But we'll put glass blocks here. This feels like a 3 wide door to me. It's pretty close, so I think that'll work out well. Or do we want to put it on the inside? Yeah, I'm going to change it to the inside, I think, because if we're walking around here, if it's on the inside, we won't have to walk as far, like compared to walking around the outside of this building all the time. Yeah, it might be better. There's these lines I left. I don't know what I'll do with that, but I'm gonna keep working on it here, guys. Try to see what we can get done with our lab today. I got so much action going on down below. It's gonna be scary when I start the basement. What else? You know what? I've been holding off breeding bees since I've been working on this. I want my lab complete before I continue with that. But I noticed I got no creepers. Oh, skeleton coming. Where is it? Where is it? Quick. Must find. There it is. I got a diligent princess. Without even really trying. That was pretty cool. So we got a new species. And anyway, I'm going to keep working. The lab, we're going to put windows in as well. I like the window look. It makes it feel really outdoorsy. Kind of like a gazebo, I guess. Very cool. Okay guys, I finished up all the walls here. I went with the dark wood in the middle. Tried to make it work. I have to change it though, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna bug me if I leave it like it is. I like added a line over the top to make up, to try tie it in, but I don't know, it's pretty dark. Doesn't look as good from a distance anymore. So we'll just keep it all the same color wood. Oh yeah, but the floor is not going to be grass in here. It's got to be something else. Alrighty, so I switched the walls back. I think it looks a lot better. But I'm still tempted to try use this wood mixed in with it somehow. So I put a ring around the top of the middle one. And that kind of looks cool. And I did it for the floor as well on the outside. And then maybe... There's no There's no stairs for this type of wood, which is a little strange. I could either make the roof flat with glass here, or maybe go up one more block and then do that. Feels pretty good on the inside. It's a good size room. Yeah, I don't know. But other than that, this place is really coming together. Oop. Change that around. I've been tempted to use the Zycraft blocks for a while too. I like these ones, the solid color ones. They look really good. But I'm having an issue with Optifine where the ores are blinking, so if I build anything with them, I'm going to constantly see blinking blocks, I think, so I should probably avoid them. Oh yeah. The grass is going to be filled with flowers, and once we get the apiaries in here, should be pretty good. We're going to run pipes underneath the apiaries to try automate things, and that will all be controlled down below. All the piping and stuff will be down here, and we'll probably build actual rooms below here as well. It's going to be a lot to this lab. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to finish the roof with that and see what it looks like. Well, guys, I did go up the extra block in the middle there, and there's glass flush with that. And then I added this trim around the whole perimeter. It's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Do you think I should run lines on top of the walls as well? Or just leave it like that? I'll have a darker trim at the bottom on the outside for that bottom block there, and it should be pretty cool. Let's go take one more look at it. It's probably all the building we're going to do for today, and between now and next episode I'm going to start filling this with machinery and setting stuff up, setting the apiaries up. This is the lab room. I'm going to put all the machinery on the outside of this wall and run pipes and electricity or whatever I need underneath. There's going to be some way of getting down here, maybe just ladders or something. I'll probably always just fly up anyway. So got that planned, and it's coming along pretty good, I would say. We got a lot done today. There's oh yeah, there's one more issue: lighting. I gotta figure out how I'm doing the lighting. And I had my eyes on these lights, let's see, the lime ones, of course. Lime or purple. I like those two, or maybe just white ones. But you get this loomer stuff, and you can make. Where is it? I know you're here. Where'd you go? I just saw you. I did press U, right? It's like they disappeared. Oh, that's how you make the liquid dye. You gotta squeeze the dye. Oh, okay. Yeah, these. So you can make the solid block lamps. I think that's red power. Or you can make these cool little guys. And I think these are what I want to use for the lighting. And I believe you can put them on ceilings, on walls, on floors. They're very versatile. There's also ones with cages over top. But I think I like the cleaner ones more. These ones. So I'll probably try mixing that lighting. Actually, you know what? With the colors I used, I should probably go with an orange or a yellow light, actually. Yeah. Even though I do like green. I'll play around with them, figure something out. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.